All right, so this is our car hacking project, how far we got, where we stopped, and why we stopped. So first off, to start off, you want to use your OBD2 connector. You're going to connect this into a port that is located somewhere under the steering wheel. In my case, it is right here. This part is an essential part on every vehicle since 1995 due to the EPA passing something to help with emission tests. Then you'll connect the cable into the computer. The software I'm using for this is free software that came with the cable itself. The next step will be turning the car on, but not the engine started. So you simply put it in and turn on so that all the systems are going. Okay. So the next part of this will be connecting to the truck itself. So first we have to press connect. It'll automatically find the protocol that works with this truck and then connect to it. So we are on. Then we go to diagnostics, and console is where we want to go. In this case, I left the previous command I did before, ATL1. This says line feeds on. What a line feed does is it separates the data so each one gets its own line and one piece of data doesn't overwrite another. So you should press that and it will say okay. The next one you want to put in is H1. This says header on. The header has important information such as the status ID, where the signal is coming from, and where it's trying to get to. This is important for trying to figure out which systems are communicating with each other. Okay. Next one, S1. This just turns on spacing so the data is easier to read. Okay, and then finally, AL, which stands for allow long, just in case any data you get is bigger than 7 bytes. This helps get the data in. Okay, now we're all set up. So the next step will be getting the data. You will put ATM monitor all. So any piece of data going through the car right now will come through on this screen. So we click enter, and as we can see, we have a whole lot of data to look through. And this is just one instance. You can press it multiple times and it'll have the same data here. Now we want to save this data, so we press save, go to our documents, and data from truck, open, and then save to here. This example is on a 2007 Toyota Tundra, and we'll continue with how to analyze the data. So now we have our data from the truck. So what we do is we click on the text document and we will copy all of this. I have already done that and pasted it into an Excel spreadsheet. So here we see the message and we see the count here. Now we want to copy all of this and then insert a pivot table. What this will do is it'll count how many times a single instance happens and will let you see the full view of all the data we have. So now we can see that this code happened 32 times. What this helps with is that if you're doing a certain task a number of times, you can look for that number of times in this table and then check to see if there's any duplicates with other tables. The part we got stuck on was the fact that we could not decipher the data for the fact that we had countless tests where we compared table to table and found duplicate codes and were unable to find the unique code required in each table. But this is how you would identify unique buses and identify what bus goes to what function just simply by comparing it to, say, a natural state.